super chewed up. You gotta feed them, because they get hungry. Welcome back to Ode Jank, and we have hopefully a quick one today, something that I've been putting off for a little while now. This is an N64 controller. It's been chewed up real good, so we're gonna resolder this wire and heat shrink everything so it looks nice and tidy. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. The reason why I bought it, even though the wire was obviously chewed up, is because this joystick is fucking perfect. I played through Perfect Dark with this thing, except the wire was just twisted on. So this beautiful thing here hasn't been Mario Partied, if you know what I mean. So this thing feels mint, and so I would like to fix this for good, do a nice soldering joint, heat shrink the whole thing, bring this thing back. Let's go. So super nice controller, gnarly wire. This is gonna be a fun little quickie while I keep ruminating about what to do with the Xbox. And so yeah, I'm not exactly sure if the best way to proceed is going to be to take it apart at the controller or at the plug, because I cannot slip a heat shrink over this huge thing. So I don't see an easy way to do this. No, there it is. And so I'm guessing we can just push this in and it'll pop right out, except I don't want to try this on this one. And that's why I have a parts controller to try it on. And this one has a really gnarly joystick that barely works. And I don't give a shit if we break this one. So that's what we're going to try it on. This would damage it. I don't think... Oh, yes, I have Dollar Store. I have Dollar Store screwdriver kit. Let me whip that out. All right, so these things, I mean, they suck, but they're perfect for this. Like that. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yes. I see that? Dollar Store screwdriver kits will save your ass. Flawless victory. All right, let's try that. It's like it was made for this. I don't know. Not a success so far. I'm definitely putting some tension outwards, but pushing down doesn't do anything. And I'm seriously gouging the plastic. I can easily hold it like this, and then, you know, I can pull with my index and thumb really easily. So that's actually a decent bit of tension. But even if I push this in, I feel zero movement. And the plastic inside the tab is actually gouged in pretty good. So this is either not working or I'm doing it wrong. Let's go on YouTube. So it appears that the secret here is going to be to cut thin strips of this credit card matter and ram it into these tiny little holes right there, and then push as hard as we can, and this thing should pop out. So let's get to it. Last one. Okay, yeah, sure. So I should be able to use my needle nose pliers here and push these. Push these in as far as they'll go. Okay, that's interesting. All right, everything feels pretty dang bottomed out, so this is too far. All we should need to do now is pull. So let me wrap this into a shop rag here. And then I'm going to use my channel locks. This is not working. And now it did. All right. So yeah, let's see how much damage that caused. Very little, if anything. Same here. So I'm going to call this a success, but your little strips will want to fly the fuck out on you. So when you're sliding your little pieces of credit card in, what you're actually doing is you're going to be expanding the sides here using this little angled piece there. It's made up like a ramp, so it's pushing out. So let's take this apart. We're going to slide this thing back. We need to flip this out of the way. There you go. And we scrape these out. Oh, that's easy. I'm barely putting any pressure on this. Yeah, super easy peasy. Yeah. All right, super easy. Let's do it on the blue one now. Okay, this is for real now. This is for real. This one is slightly thinner. I'm gonna go sand it down. Yeah, much better. So now we push them in. Oh, yeah. Okay. There you go. It actually does pop when it hits the bottom. So I guess we're all set. I'm gonna go even further here and tape my needle nose pliers. This is not janky enough. All right. Okay, now we pull. Ooh. Yeah. Ah, shit. Okay. Tape is still good. Yeah. All right. Tape is sliding too much, so I'm gonna use the grippy end on the inside of the connector. Please come apart. Nope, not working. Fuck. There we go. What did the trick here is a sharp but controlled extraction. Much tighter than the other one. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you're going to want to help them out, pushing them out of there with your finger. Always super smooth. Take your time, it'll work out. Okay, so we're going to talk about shrink wraps here for a bit. These are decent quality shrink wraps from Canadian Tire. They are this length. This is AliExpress shrink wrap. They came in a kit, different sizes, and these were in the same kit. And they're for much bigger wires, obviously, but they're also twice as long. When you order your shrink wraps, even if you order them from Temu or AliExpress or wherever the fuck you get them, mind the length. Because this is the difference between being able to use an AliExpress shrink wrap here or a Canadian Tire one that costs like 10 times as much. Having known this or having read the description properly, because I'm an idiot, I would probably not have ordered this. But then again, they only mentioned the gauge and not the length. These were in the same kit. The end. I think I'm probably just gonna shrink wrap this over my repair and then shrink wrap this over the first shrink wrap. We'll see. So we're gonna have to clean that up because this is sticky with electric tape glue. It looks like a lot. It is a lot. So I ended up using the flux to glue the strands back in place. Yep, not my nicest one, but I mean, it'll work. If I was going to sell this, I would probably redo it. So we're going to reassemble the plug, make sure it works, and if it does, then we're shrinking. We're going to plug it in the thing and see if it still works. Oh my God, yes. Perfect. So this baby is doing hella fine. Still works? Yeah, like an absolute top. Just make sure we at least cover the joint on this one. Let's do the second one. It's actually a little short. Yeah. So, you know, for what it's worth, this will be way better than it was before because that's at least a permanent fix. Man, this joystick feels nice. It's as good as an N64 joystick is going to get, really. Still not as perfect as I would have hoped. Our shrink wrap is a little short. I might actually revisit this off camera, but this is 10 times better than just electric tape as it was. So that'll work out. So that's as much work as I have time to get done. In the meantime, I hope y'all are doing good. And I'm still working behind the scenes on figuring out our hard drive for the Xbox, which is looking more and more like a replacement. Next video is probably gonna be the continuation of our Xbox series. In the meantime, I hope you enjoyed. These are really fun to make. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.